The mystery of a strange pattern that appeared on the weather radar Monday and caused much discussion on social media has not yet been solved. The National Weather Service in Paducah, Kentucky spent hours trying to figure out how to explain the cause just before 3 p.m. local time on Monday. The pattern was unusual because there wasn't a drop of rain in the region. The skies were clear and temperatures were in the 20s. The pattern was identified in the Indiana-Illinois-Kentucky tri-state area. Radar showed what looked like a blob that expanded in length and moved southward. All kinds of bizarre guesses as to what the blob could be emerged on social media, with people claiming it could be a flock of birds, aliens, or residue the government uses to control the weather. A tweet from Eyewitness News meteorologist Wayne Hart on Tuesday morning seemingly debunked the mystery. Citing an unnamed pilot, he said Evansville Air Traffic Control claimed a military C-130 released a stream of chaff a few miles northwest of Evansville. Chaff is a radar jamming material sometimes used during training exercises. The Courier and Press reported that military bases are located near the areas where the blips appeared in Fort Campbell in Kentucky and Scott Air Force Base in western Illinois. But if this was a case of military chaff and it did come from a C-130, the plane didn't come from either of those bases. Whatever aircraft it was not a Scott Air Force Base craft, Master Sergeant Thomas Dosher said Tuesday morning. A spokesman for Fort Campbell wasn't as unequivocal, but said he didn't know of any such operation. The only way the plane could have come from Fort Campbell, he said, is if it was involved in a secret special forces exercise. Now questions remain as to where the plane came from and whether someone intentionally was releasing chaff into the atmosphere. Military aircraft send chaff into the air in order to fool radar operators. Fighter jets and other military aircraft use chaff to make it hard for radar-guided missiles to hit them. The region is what's known as a Military Operations Area, MOA. And MOA is a designated piece of airspace which is used for military aircraft training activities. The Red Hills MOA is a relatively large bit of airspace that encompasses Illinois and Indiana. Nonetheless, it is unusual for a C-130 to release chaff at a relatively low altitude. It is also strange for the chaff to stay airborne for that long and remain intact in a cohesive formation for almost half a day. John Webb wrote, "First guess? Aliens." Chance Metz speculated, maybe it is a UFO or military experiment. However, one meteorologist believes there is a much more simple explanation for the strange phenomenon. WEHT-TV meteorologist Wayne Hart tweeted says the fog was caused by chaff, a radar jamming material sometimes used in military exercises which essentially blocks up the radar, as they claim it has done in this case. So, since military planes are not able to do this, what was it? It was reported by ABC News 13 and it now hitting the web.